Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Pre-Sunken City Tournament number 2. We are playing a Conquest Standard Best of 3 tournament. And for our first top 4 match today, I am joined by the wonderful BrianOBryan. How are you doing today?
I'm good. It's early,
Yeah.
but I'm hanging in there. I'll do my best. I don't want to mess this up.
Yes. Well, it might go pretty quickly because, again, we are in a best of 3. So, first player to 2 wins is going to take down the series. And from what I've seen so far in the tournament, it looks like some of these matches are going pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It's been interesting, though, because we did have like a meta shakeup before this. So,
hmm
we do have some decks. Do you want to give us like a quick walkthrough of just what these players brought?
Sure. Pandemonium has brought a more of a I wouldn't say control, but like I guess combo oriented lineup. With the Il'gynoth OTKDH, now that they reverted the nerf back to 4 mana for Il'gynoth and Moarg back to 2 mana. Um, which was pretty strong before, and making a top 4 with this it was kind of not a surprise at all. um, the deck is crazy. Um, Next we have the Quest Hunter, which is a pretty solid deck, followed by an Anaconda Alignment Druid with Smite. So yeah, all combo decks, although the Hunter and the Demon Hunter are decent against aggro. Just the Druid. I mean, Druid can do Druid things, so it
Yeah.
might not run into problems. But on the other hand, we have Uchiha Sasuke, um, who has an aggro lineup. To no surprise, if you're not aware, Crab Rider has been reverted, along with a few other nerfs or reverts, like the Il'gynoth one, which also includes Scavenger's Ingenuity. That nerf was reverted too. So Face Hunter, um, is now really strong. So Sasuke brought Face Hunter along with a Beast Druid, and a buff Paladin. Paladin and Hunter both running Crab Rider.
Yeah.
Uh, Now that it's unnerfed. But they did. But Pandemonium's Hunter is banned, as well as Uchiha's Druid has been banned though. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, definitely some pretty aggressive decks, which I still feel like we saw last week before all the reverts, but now it's just different types of aggressive decks. And like you said, I mean, Druid is still doing Druid things. So, one way to try to beat down Druid is beat them down fast, right? So everyone's still ringing all of the fast decks to try to just get through the Druids as quickly as they can.
Yeah, it's very interesting because this Franken meta, as people have been calling it,
Yeah.
has it's not going to be around for much longer. But
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting because like these decks are probably, I mean, not that they need to be refined a bit more, because they probably won't. They probably don't need to be, but um we're at that stage where like most decks are refined by now. Although the reverts have brought back some old decks, such as the Il'gynoth.
Yeah, it's been kind of interesting. And I feel like the tournament meta is like wide open because people are just, they either are just playing what they were used to before all of the reverts and might have experience with, or they're just kind of playing what they've seen. And it just feels like there's such a wide uh like a wide open meta for these decks, which is so interesting. I think, like you said, yeah, it's the Franken meta. It's a short time, but it still feels really open.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely enjoy the tourney meta more than uh ladder, just simply because I can ban Druid.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
That's
it's
why. Yeah, that's what. Oh, sorry.
no,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say that's why I find myself enjoying the tourney meta more than the ladder meta most of the time. I mean, like if 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 it's like a druid stone type thing, but if it's mage stone, of course I'm gonna enjoy ladder more.
Yes, you were kind of one of the reigning mage experts. Uh, yeah, it's kind of interesting having a ban potential because you don't have that on ladder. So, being able to actually do that in a tournament, as we can see, we're getting into game number 1. But yeah, being able to ban, you can kind of decide which decks you're going to be bringing if you can ban other things out.
Was that a full keep off of Sasuke?
No, there was a couple of cards mulliganed away. I believe kept the neophyte.
Oh, okay. I think I didn't catch the mulligan. Oh, a Pandemonium's hand though.
Yeah, it's
Oh, they also. Oh, sorry, I'm cutting you off. Go ahead.
no.
No, no, you go.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. With both of these hands, they both look pretty good, but it's hard to deny that guff into celestial plus some draw for Pandemonium as well.
Yeah, no overgrowth though. Oh yeah, and they also reverted the nerf to nourish back to 5 mana.
Yeah, yep. So the nourish is going to get great value.
Although Pandemonium's hand is really slow right now, I'm not sure if he'll live long enough to have the payoff.
And that's the, I guess, the downside as the druid, right? Is that these aggressive decks are just able to get on board so quickly and start beating them down that, yeah, especially when you have both celestial alignments in hand like this, it's like, well, how am I going to survive? And druid doesn't really have a lot of removal other than solar eclipse, which we already saw one of.
Yeah. Oh, nice top deck off Pandemonium, because he wouldn't have anything to do aside from Guff that turn. Um, it's not looking good though.
Yeah, this is, yeah, for Sasuke, this is an incredibly powerful play, and there is the power of that crab rider that you were talking about. It got that reverted balance change, so it's back to that rush and wind fury. So yeah, that wind fury plus some of these buffs are incredible.
Yeah, lost snowball potential with Crab Rider, more so than Trog to a certain extent.
Yeah. Oh, this feels so bad as Pandemonium. Is there an answer here? Or is it just a accept
I
death?
don't. Yeah, I don't think there's an outs here. I mean, because there's no way to deal with that Crab Rider with the cards in hand.
Okay. Well, looks like, yeah, going for the Guff does give a little bit of armor. And gonna try to take out a couple of the minions with a low Kalar, but I mean, 20 damage on the other side. That's gonna be it.
Yeah. I actually would have just conceded there. I wouldn't have played the local R just to not give away the information.
Yeah, I mean, this is an open deck tournament, so the players at least know that it's there. Or was that wasn't generated, right? That was in the deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean like just
the,
just as a wake because
yeah.
just to keep the player just wondering like what was in their hand anyway. If people like are distracted by that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Open deck list it won't matter, but just a little thing I personally wouldn't. I personally do because Hearthstone is a big mental game, so so it may make a difference. Maybe they'll be thinking about like, wait, what was their hand if that was like if they couldn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and now again, another aggressive deck as we get into game number 2. There's this Hunter gonna be facing into the Druid. Again, see a local R in hand. Okay, it wasn't kept. There's a couple of minions at least here now for Pandemonium. Some early board to try to fight on board. I don't know if this is still going to be able to keep up with the Hunter, though.
I mean, the Oracle is nice just to have for tempo, although looking at Sasuke's hand, it's not looking very good for Pandemonium here.
Yeah. Okay, trying the Demon Companion. Oh my gosh, wow. And can just still coin out this Crab Rider. Oh, yeah, as Pandemonium, this has to feel pretty bad. Like, this is exactly what Sasuke was looking for to, like, just beat down in the lineup overall.
Yeah, this is just the perfect face hunter start for Sasuke.
Yeah. My gosh.
I think Pandemonium's considering either just playing the Oracle or blooming out the ramp, maybe.
I guess it has to be considered for Pandemonium if just even going coin ramp is still even too slow. The top deck ramming mount. I mean, Sasuke has also been top decking insanely well these last 2 games too, in addition to having good matchups.
Yeah. Although Pandemonium can play that overgrowth. And that might allow him to stabilize the following turn if he drops below 15 health for that local R.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, the top deck.
Yeah, like, I mean, Sasuke has seriously, like, top decked incredible answers for like 3 turns in a row now. Sometimes you have to do that, but it certainly helps.
That was possibly the best top deck too, because Pandemonium had a chance to stabilize through local R bloom and germination, but the Okani top deck completely prevents that from happening.
Yeah, and this is interesting.
It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, the spell is what was picked for the counter as well. And from Pandemonium side, this has to be a really tough choice of testing for the spell first, and then seeing if it's not the spell, then what to follow up with, or just trying for the low color. But I mean, I guess if the bloom is played first, and it gives it away either way. But
I mean, I think he'll bloom first. I mean, but he doesn't really have a choice in terms of playing around the Okani. Oh wait, no, the order though. He could have killed Okani first and then done the play.
yeah.
Oh, no, Pandemonium.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a misstep there for sure, but at this point,
no.
it's like, I don't know if it even mattered. Maybe it would have if,
It could have.
Yeah. Man, Hunter just has so much over-the-top damage too, though, that even getting a taunt on board, just... sometimes it's still not enough. But wow,
Yeah.
that was an incredibly fast series.
Yeah, super fast.
Yeah, that like it's hard when you have series like this, because sometimes it's like, well, I don't know what else to say besides just that. Yeah, that was incredibly fast. Everything really went in Sasuke's favor. I mean, clearly Sasuke it built the lineup to kind of target down Druid, like you were talking about, that sometimes Druid does Druid things, but sometimes it could be a weak point against exactly something like what Sasuke brought.
Yeah. Although it does make me wonder though, because if Pandemonium didn't misplay and killed Okani first before blooming germination, there was a decent chance he could have stabilized off of that. So who
Yeah,
knows? Because Druid Druid can, like, once they get their ramp going, they can gain a ton of armor to stabilize.
yeah. And I think that first game there might have been a chance, but again, there was some really great top decks by Sasuke, and also there was it's just like too clunky. Everything just seemed to really work against Pandemonium there in terms of not really getting the right cards that they were looking for the match.
Yeah, it was unfortunate too because oh, I noticed that oh, I didn't even notice, but Pandemonium wasn't running scales, which I think personally I think belongs in alignment druid, but um yeah, that also really hurts Pandemonium for like the aggro matchups too.
Well, I think point we are going to see Sasuke now move into our finals. And are going to be getting into our next top 4 match to see who will be facing off against Sasuke. But just a reminder for everyone watching as well that the winner of this tournament will be receiving a standard Voyage to the Sunken City bundle provided by Blizzard. So, they are playing for quite a lot of card packs and the chance to really jump themselves further once the expansion launches next week. And Sasuke has put themselves into that finals now.
Yep. Very well played, well deserved. Incredible player.
Absolutely. And is there anything else that you want to plug or shout out before we wrap this up and take a quick break while we switch over to our next series?
Yeah, so I do stream on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/BrianO'Bryan. Um, the first Brian's with an I, second with a Y. I know it's a little confusing, but that's just how it is. You can also find me on Twitter. If you just search for my Twitch username, you'll find me. I mostly stream standard. I stream mage is what I'm known for because it's my favorite, but I can stream other classes too. I mean, I qualified for Masters Tour 1 this year, which was my first Masters Tour qualification, and it definitely won't be the last. So, um, so yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining. And we will have all of your information in the description of the YouTube video as well, so everybody can check out all of the content that you do. And thank you so much for joining.